We are often told that machines will make life easier, reducing the need for work. But this has never been the case in a capitalist society. Machines just create more output per hour worked. Oftentimes, machines are used to get more work out of workers because the machine can dictate the pace and intensity of work. Socially necessary labor time is a force that presses down upon us, disciplining our motions, driving us to produce value merely for the sake of producing value, rewarding us when we can produce above the average productivity, and punishing us when we fall behind. Capitalists compete to lower the socially necessary labor time by investing in fancier equipment. The better the machines, the more efficient the labor process, the higher the output, the lower the prices, the more super profit, the more money available to invest in new machines. The more efficient the labor process, the higher the output, the lower the prices, the more super profit, the more money available to invest in new machines. The more efficient the labor process, the higher the output, the lower the prices, the more super profit, the more money available to invest in new. The tools we use to critique capitalism determine how we envision an alternative to capitalism. Models for market socialism that talk of worker-owned cooperatives coordinated by market exchange clearly see that production for the enrichment of the capitalist class must be done away with if we are to overcome capitalism. Yet, any society coordinated by market exchange is still disciplined by socially necessary labor time. This means that workers in such a society would still have to discipline their actions to the social average. Cooperatives that worked at under the socially necessary labor time would appropriate value in exchange, and co-ops would compete to modernize their equipment so as to lower the socially necessary labor time. And how would co-ops obtain the money to invest in better labor-saving equipment? They would have to exploit themselves. That is, the more money that workers want to plow back into making their labor competitive, the less they can pay themselves. Not only would the workers be disciplined by socially necessary labor time, they would also find themselves disciplined by the need to amass surplus value so as to stay competitive. What happens to the workers in firms driven out of business by the centralization of industries? Where do they get capital to start new firms? Do they have to sell their labor in the market? Production of surplus value for its own sake, fierce competition over superprofits, the disciplining of the labor process to the whims of impersonal market forces. Sound familiar? Now perhaps one might be of the opinion that it is impossible to do away with socially necessary labor time with market coordination. If this is the case, then our best option is to debate what type of market socialism would be least exploitative, least alienating. But why not challenge ourselves to imagine a world without these things?